What's up, y'all? Welcome back to ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. I'm your host, Isaiah. And I'm here to give y'all my week 9 college football picks. So without further ado, man, let's get straight into it. All right, y'all. First up, we have Notre Dame taking on Navy, man. And y'all, this is a very intriguing game because although Notre Dame is favored by 2 touchdowns in this game, I think Navy has a great shot of pulling off the upset, y'all, because this is not your typical Navy team, man. This Navy team has a very explosive offense. They're averaging 44 points per game. They've had 13 plays this year, y'all, of 40 or more yards. I mean, this is just a different Navy team than many of us has ever seen because I've never seen a Navy team be this explosive and dynamic offensively, y'all. Their quarterback, Blake Harthorne, he doesn't throw for a lot of yards, but he's pretty accurate and he takes care of the football, y'all. He only has 1 interception on the season. So I love Navy's chances in this game. I think this game is going to be a dogfight. I think Navy is really going to be able to kind of confuse Notre Dame's defense. Although Notre Dame has a very good defense, y'all, they have not won against an offense like this. Navy runs that triple option offense, and I just think it's going to cause a lot of problems for Notre Dame early on in the game, y'all. But with that being said, man, I still have to pick Notre Dame to win this game. But I think it's going to be a very close game, y'all, 27-24. But again, I would not be surprised if Navy pulls off the upset because they definitely have what it takes. I know you look at the history between Notre Dame and Navy, and Notre Dame has really dominated Navy, historically. But again, y'all, this is a totally different Navy offense than many of us have ever seen before. And if there's a time for Navy to beat Notre Dame, I think it would be today. But again, y'all, I'm still taking Notre Dame to win this game. Very close game, though, 27-24. All right, next up, man, we have Washington going on the road to take on Indiana. And y'all, man, Kirk Cinetti, I mean, I cannot believe what he's done in his first year at Indiana, man. I mean, this team is 7-0, y'all. Can you believe it? I mean, I did not think Indiana was going to be this good coming, into this season. I thought they're going to be a decent team because we know Kirk Cinetti, when he was at James Madison, man, James Madison was one of the best group of 5 teams in college football. So I knew that Indiana was going to be decent this year, but they look like a legit college football playoff contender this year, y'all. Heck, maybe even a national championship contender because I just love the way they play. They have a very dynamic quarterback, man, and Curtis Roke. Now, unfortunately, he's going to be out this game, y'all. But the good news is they're going against a Washington defense that, although Washington's defense isn't bad, it is particularly good. And, man, I mean, this Indiana offense, what they did last week to Nebraska, putting up 56 points, and that was with them missing Curtis Rowe because Curtis Rowe got injured like in the second quarter, y'all. And they still put up 56 points. The defense had 3 interceptions. I love their running back, Justice Ellison, man. He's averaging 7 yards per carry. I mean, I just think Indiana, y'all, they are going to win this game by 2 touchdowns. Even without their starting quarterback, I think their backup quarterback, Taven Jackson, I think he's going to come in and do enough. He actually looked pretty good last week. Threw 8 passes, had 2 touchdowns for 91 yards. So I think he's able to have a pretty good day. And then they're going to run the ball a lot in this game with Justice Ellison and Tyshawn Lawton. But yeah, I still have Indiana, even out there starting quarterback, y'all, still having them win this game 34-20, man. Them improving to 8-0. And I'm telling y'all, man, Indiana is a legit team, and I think more people need to take Indiana as a national championship contender. All right, y'all, next up, we have Nebraska going on the road to take on Ohio State. And I just kind of touched on Nebraska, man. I was really surprised that their defense gave up that many points. Again, Indiana has a very, very dynamic and explosive offense. Very great quarterback in Curtis Rowe, but I was super surprised that Nebraska gave up that many points, y'all. Speaking of their quarterback, man, Dylan Raiola, he really struggled last week. He had 3 interceptions, man, which really surprised me because so far this season, Dylan Raiola had been very accurate with the football. He was taking care of the football, but last week, man, he got rattled. He was super inaccurate. He's making bad decisions, and now he's going on the road, y'all, against an Ohio State team that, listen, Ohio State, they're probably still kind of kicking themselves for that 1-point loss they had a couple weeks ago against the Oregon Ducks. So I think they're going to come out, man, make a statement. Y'all, I have Ohio State blowing out Nebraska 42-13. All right, y'all, next up, we have Missouri going on the road to take on Alabama, man. And I'm not going to lie, this is a very weird game because both of these teams are really struggling right now. And Missouri is very banged up, y'all. I mean, Brady Cook, now it's being reported that Brady Cook, he is going to play today, but I don't know how great he's going to look. I mean, last week they barely, and I mean barely beat Auburn. We know Auburn's one of the worst teams in college football. I was like, oh, okay, what's going on with Missouri, y'all? I mean, they were actually down in that game 17-6. They had to come back against Missouri. So I don't really know how to feel about them. They're starting running back. Nate Noel, he's going to be out. Excuse me, Marcus Carroll, y'all, he's going to be out. So I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about Missouri right now, because even when Nate Noel and Brady Cook play, I mean, this Missouri offense has looked pretty average all season long, even though they have Luther Burden III and Theo Weiss Jr. at wide receiver. And then you looking at Alabama, y'all. I mean, man, their offense has been super inconsistent. You look at last week against Alabama, against Tennessee, they only put up 17 points. Jalen Miro, he keeps turning the football over. He had 2 interceptions in that game. So I don't really know how to feel about this game, but I'm going to take the team that's at home, y'all. I'm going to take the team that's healthier, and that would be the Alabama Crimson Tide. So I have Alabama win this game 30-17. I don't think this game is going to be like a big blowout. Again, even though Missouri is very banged up right now, y'all, I just don't trust Alabama's offense enough to, say, put up 40 or 42 points in this game. But I think they'll do enough, and the defense will probably get an interception or two, and they're able to win this game again 30-17. All right, y'all. Next up, we have Illinois going on the road to take on Oregon. And Illinois fans, listen, you're probably not going to like what I'm about to say, because although I like Illinois, y'all, they're a very tough team, they're a very physical team. I like what Brett Bielema, has done with that team, y'all. I just don't think they have a chance in this game, man, because Oregon is just too explosive offensively, man. You got Dylan Gabriel, a quarterback, running the show, man. I mean, he is completing 77% of his passes. You look at this wide receiver group, they're deep, man, with Tej Johnson leading the way, Evan Stewart, Terrence Ferguson, and then Jordan James, a running back who's averaging 6 yards per carry, y'all. I just think this is a really bad matchup for Illinois. Now, we saw a few weeks ago when they went on the road to play Penn State, they were actually able to be very competitive in that game. But we know, y'all, Penn State's offense is nowhere near to the level that Oregon's offense is. So I think Oregon blows out Illinois 40-17. I could see Illinois maybe keeping this game close in the first quarter, but I think past that, y'all, again, Oregon just has way too much speed, way too much athleticism for Illinois to be able to keep up. So I like the Oregon Ducks to win this game 40-17. All right, y'all, next up, we have Texas going on the road to take on Vandy, man. And Texas, do they have a quarterback controversy? I don't know. They might, y'all. I mean, last week, Quinn Ewers, he looked pretty bad. That's not great, y'all. I mean, Quinn Ewers is supposed to be one of the best quarterbacks in the country. He definitely did not play like it. We heard their coach, y'all, he came out and said, Steve Sarkisian, he came out and said that the reason he put Arch into the game is that he felt like the offense needed a spark. Okay, you don't want your coach to say that. If your coach is saying the reason he benched you is because he feel like the offense needed a spark, that means, y'all, he felt like you did not do your job at a high enough level. I mean, Quinn Ewers, although he threw for 2 touchdowns in that game against Georgia, he did have a pick, y'all, and he only averaged 5 yards per pass. I mean, that Texas offense looked so pathetic last week. But I think they'll bounce back, man. Listen, Vandy has probably been the best, story in college football this year. I mean, they're 5-2. They had that huge upset victory over Alabama. But y'all, Texas, man, they're a pissed off team. They're really upset. I think they're going to come out from the jump, man, make a huge statement. Y'all, I like Texas to win this game 34-17. I could see it even being bigger than that, but I'm going to just stick with it. I think they'll win this game by 17 points again, man. Texas is very upset, and I think they're going to come out and play like it, so I have them win this game 34-17. All right, y'all, next up, we have LSU, man. I think this is the game of the day. We have LSU going on the road to take on Texas A&M, and you talk about, y'all, both of these teams are 6-1. Both of these teams are undefeated in the SEC play, and it really feels like whoever wins this game is probably going to go on to the SEC championship game, y'all. I mean, wow. I cannot believe that Mike Elko has Texas A&M playing this well in his first year, y'all. I thought Texas A&M was probably going to be an 8-win team, but right now they look like they could be a 10, 11-win team, y'all. But I think that LSU, I trust their quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier, more, y'all, way more than I trust Texas A&M's quarterback, Connor Weigman. I mean, Connor Weigman, is he bad? No. But can he be very erratic with the football? Yes. Can he make really bad decisions? Yes. And we saw it last week, man. I mean, he had 2 interceptions against Mississippi State. And we all know Mississippi State has one of the worst defenses, one of the worst teams, I should say, in college football. So I'm going to go with the quarterback, y'all, that I trust more. I also think LSU just is a little bit more explosive through the air than Texas A&M, excuse me. So I like LSU, man, to win this game. It's going to be a very tough game, right? At Cal Field, y'all, at night. This is a 6:30 game, but I have LSU win this game 29-23 again, y'all. I just think LSU, Garrett Nussmeier, man, he's one of the top quarterbacks in the nation. He's averaging over 300, and 30 yards passing per game, and I just think he's going to be able to, find holes in that Texas A&M defense. So, again, I like LSU to go on the road, get a big-time victory, man, 29-23 against the Texas A&M Aggies. Next up, y'all, we have Penn State going on the road to take on Wisconsin. And I think this is a very sneaky pick right here, y'all, in terms of if you're a person that's betting, I would probably pick this game, y'all. Pick Wisconsin, to win this game, because I think Wisconsin, the way they've looked the last 3 weeks, particularly offensively, man, they're getting things going offensively. Last week, they weren't great against Northwestern, but they were still able to get a good win, 23-3 in that game. But their defense has looked lights out the last 3 weeks, y'all. And this is at home, man, at Camp Randall Stadium at night. Y'all know Camp Randall is a pretty tough place to play, particularly at night. But, y'all, Penn State has had, a couple of weeks off to prepare for this game. I think they're going to come out kind of slow, but in the end, I think they're going to win this game at the line of scrimmage, man. We know Penn State has a very good O-line and D-line. Look out for edge rusher Abdul Carter, y'all, to really, really, really make a huge impact in this game. I think he's going to get a late, probably sack strip that's going to win this game for Penn State. But I have Penn State win a very close game, 27-20. Again, y'all, I could see Wisconsin winning this game, but I just don't know if they have enough in the trenches to hang around with Penn State, because that's where this game is going to be won. We know both of these teams love to run the football. Although Penn State's passing offense is better than what it was last year with Drew Aller, he's made, a lot of improvements, y'all. Penn State still loves to run the football with Nick Singleton, with Katron Allen. I think they're going to be able to do that late in this game, y'all. And again, I like Penn State to win this game 27-20. Next up, y'all, we have SMU going on the road to take on Duke. Man, this is a huge game in the ACC. Both of these teams, y'all, are 6-1. Both of these teams would love to have a chance to go to the ACC championship game, and probably whoever wins this game has a really good shot to go to the ACC championship. Now we know, you got Clemson, you got Miami, you got Pittsburgh. That's all undefeated in the SEC play. But again, y'all, whoever wins this game, they will at least have a good shot to go to the ACC championship game, y'all. But I think this is a really bad matchup for Duke. I'm kind of surprised that SMU is only favored by 11.5 points, because I think this is a terrible matchup for Duke. I mean, Duke's offense, y'all, is just pretty mediocre. Malik Murphy, he started out the year really hot for Duke. The last 3 weeks, man, I mean, he's been playing pretty just average. Even you could say pretty bad. I mean, he's completing 59% of his passes the last 3 games. And it's kind of, concerning to me, because although Duke has a really good defense, y'all, they're not going to be able to stop SMU enough times to, keep giving the ball back to their offense. I'm just being honest, man. SMU, this is the offense that averages 40.7 points per game. They average 440 total yards per game, y'all. And ever since they made that quarterback switch to Kevin Jennings, this offense has probably been a top 5 offense in the country, man. I mean, Kevin Jennings, he's a dual threat quarterback, man. He can throw it, he can run it. He's only averaging 191 passing yards per game, but I think tonight, y'all, he's going to have maybe like 250 to 300 passing yards. Again, Duke has a really good defense, but they have not faced the offense like what SMU has to bring to the table, y'all. So I like SMU to blow Duke out, man, win 31-14. Again, just a really bad matchup for Duke. Duke 6-1, great story this year. But let's be honest, y'all, Duke, they haven't played the best competition. Now they're playing against a really good team at SMU. So I think we're going to find out that Duke is not as good as some people think they are. So again, I like SMU to win this game in a blowout, 31-14, y'all. And then last but finally not least, we have Cincinnati going on the road to take on Colorado, man. And y'all, both of these teams are 5-2. I mean, I'm kind of surprised, right? Especially by Cincinnati. I didn't think Cincinnati was going to be playing this well at this point into the season. Colorado, I knew Colorado was going to be better, y'all, but, Colorado has a legit shot of going to the Big 12 championship. I mean, they're 3-1 in Big 12 play. And this would be a very big win for both of these teams. Cincinnati's also 3-1 in Big 12 play. So this would be a huge win for both teams, y'all. Cincinnati has a really bad defense, and we know Colorado has weapons for days, y'all. And it's not even just Travis Hunter, because the last few weeks, LaJohntay Wester, and remember, some people were like, why did Colorado, add another wide receiver during the transfer portal when they already added Will Shepherd? Y'all, LaJohntay Wester last year when he was playing at FAU had nearly 1,200 receiving yards. This dude is a really, really, really good wide receiver. And we're seeing the last like 3 weeks, y'all, he's really come on strong. Last week against Arizona, he had 127 yards. But they also have Jimmy Horn Jr., Amarion Miller, Will Shepherd, and also, obviously, y'all, Travis Hunter, who's the best player in college football. So I don't think Cincinnati's going to be able to keep up. I don't think they're going to be able to stop Colorado enough, y'all. Listen, Cincinnati has, I would say, a pretty good offense. They average 30 points per game, and they also average 451.4 total yards per game. But, y'all, this Colorado defense is much improved, man. I mean, they're only averaging only giving up about 22 points per game, which is, really surprising to me. I didn't think their defense was going to be playing this well. They definitely much improved from where they were last year, y'all. So I have Colorado win this game by double digits, man, 34-23 again. I just don't think Cincinnati's going to be able to keep up. I think Colorado's defense is really going to put a lot of pressure on Cincinnati. And I think Shedeur Sanders, y'all, is going to have probably maybe I say he's going to have like 335 yards. I think Travis Hunter probably has about 95 yards. LaJohntay Wester probably has about 70 to 75 yards. And again, I just like Colorado to win this game, man, 34-23 yards. If Colorado does win this game, man, they will improve to 6-2. They will be 4-1 in Big 12 play. And y'all, looking at the rest of Colorado's schedule, they will have a great shot of going to the Big 12 championship, man. And who doubt coming into the season that Colorado will even have a chance of potentially going to the Big 12 championship. So again, kudos to Coach Fromm, man, and the job he has done with those Colorado Buffs. All right, y'all. So there you have it, man. That was my week 9 college football picks, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Remember, y'all, laugh's a good medicine. So what? Make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm going to end it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.